basketball's ultimate stage where the league's best put on an amazing display.
Good night, Kenny.
This is the best stage for a showman.
Jack, go ahead and start your walk.
Tonight is the night you make a name for yourself.
Stand by D, track D10.
On all the sports, we got the best all-star game.
Ernie, we're coming in.
The lights are on, the stars are here. Let the show begin.
3, 2, 1. Roll C, open the mic.
Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I'm Ernie Johnson. I'm Ernie Johnson.
Juggling two balls right here, because on one hand, I'm
Is that
really
what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm really.
Let's get into matchups. Who is the toughest guy on you? Defends you the toughest and is the toughest for you to defend?
Probably one of the two best centers in the league, and that's Akeem and Patrick. I haven't played against David yet, but Akeem is real tough, and Patrick is real tough.
So you look forward to meeting the Admiral?
Kinda. It's in San Antonio. That's where I went to high school at, and I'm just, gonna go in and give the people a good show.
How about Charles Barkley, the person, the image that a lot of the people out there, the basketball fans have? Would you change anything about yourself when you're going to be 30 years old in February? Would you say it's time to mellow, it's time to change, or could you be Charles Barkley acting differently?
Well, I don't think so. I think, number one, you can't worry about what people think about you, because I got a thing I call the 50% syndrome. 50% of the people in the world are going to like you, and 50% of the people are going to dislike you, no matter how you are. I try to talk about a lot of important things like racism and things like that, and it offends people. But I don't sit around and worry about what people think about me, because I know who I am. I think God knows who I am. And there are a few people out there who love me anyway.
What's driving you? I mean, is it still the championship desire, or where does that fit in Charles Barkley's plan?
My number one agenda is to win a championship, but we're not even close, and that's very frustrating. But that's the thing that drives me, and prior to do your job, you got to want to do your job well. But the only thing I'm concerned about is trying to win a championship, and whether it's in Philadelphia, where I would like to finish my career, or another city, I just want to win.
How would you eat churros and drink Shaq soda all at once?
Oh, man. Strike that from the tape. Strike that from the tape. Come on, man.
Shaquille O'Neal goes up against Patrick Ewing. This should be something. Great numbers put up by both guys, especially the Shaq. I mean, 26.7, 16.7, all this in the first couple of weeks of action. And he's looking forward to this thing tomorrow night, Dick. I'm telling you, look at the quote. I'm looking forward to banging with him. I love to bang. Tell him I'm coming. If I'm a fan, I'd like to see what the Shaq is going to do against him. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow night?
I think it's going to be very physical. He's going to see a lot of Anthony Mason, a lot of Patrick Ewing, and he's going to get all the banging he wants.
You know, he's become really the fabric of our lives. Look at how things have changed. My kids wanted me to read Shaq and the Beanstalk to them. They want for Christmas a Shaq in the Box. One of their favorite guys courtside is who? Shaq Nicholson, of course. And what do you rename this team now? The Shaxon Five. I like the Dennis Scott look over there too. And my goodness, I told you didn't want to miss that. And I think we're going to be back Tuesday night here on TNT. I know we're going to have a game. I think I'll be here. I think it's going to be the Blazers playing host to the San Antonio.
What's Houston?
You do talk a lot. You want to go to the run to the board and do this?
I'm not running.
And joining us in the studio, boy, who's that guy? 10-year NBA veteran Kenny Smith, whose NBA journey has included 3 appearances in the slam dunk competition and 2 championship rings as a member of the Houston Rockets of 94 and 95. You will see Kenny as we head down the stretch of the regular season and take you into the playoffs in just a shade over 3 weeks. It's great to see you again, big fella.
Glad to be a part of the dream team.
And I promise you, I'm not talking North Carolina hoops tonight. You get a reprieve tonight.
Well, I tried to find the closest suit I can to Carolina.
You came pretty darn close, as a matter of fact.
You talk any trash?
I only speak when I'm spoken to.
Is trash spoken to you?
Sometimes.
Who's the worst?
Who is the worst? The guy from New York's, what's his name? Oakley? Yeah, Oakley.
What did he say to you?
He said something like, I got a rebound. And he blew a whistle. And I was like looking at the referee, and he smacked my hand. I was like, come on, Oakley. Shut up, rookie. Shut up, rookie. I said, okay. Got your rookie. And then the ref was like, you're out of here, Oakley. I was like, dang. Gee.
Anyway, tomorrow night we're back with another.
You got to cross your eyes, Ernie.
Another playoff doubleheader.
Yeah.
Another playoff doubleheader.
How many figures I got up, Ernie?
TNT, 44. Tomorrow night we're back at Twive with another TNT. So I hope you join us there. Till then, stay safe. Good night, everybody.
I can tell you that we'll be 20 seconds before going on at halftime. And he's got some music going on his phone, and he's recording something, and he looks at me and says, Ernie, if you sing this song with me right now, it'll get like 20 million YouTube hits. And I was like, I got a show to do here, Shaq. I said, all right, maybe when we get done, you can, when you sit next to a guy that long, that's kind of, you pick up on the mannerisms, and you pick up on what it's like to be the most dominant big man in the history of the game. Shaq is just a big, huge kid. It's 15 seconds before we go on halftime, and he's got his phone out, and he's singing something. He says, Ernie, sing this verse with me. You get like 2 billion YouTube hits. Really, if you sing this verse with me, you get like 10 million YouTube hits. And so I play along with him at times. But you know what else is getting some traction social media-wise?
What's that?
Shaq on Waze.
Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered that.
Oh, you ordered that?
I got the Shaq voice on Waze too.
Yeah. Well, let's get an idea of some of the.
It's me, Shaq, the Big Magellan. You want to get from Golden State to Houston? Don't know why you're starting in Oakland. Big dummy. Anyway, there's a big bridge made of gold, like my championship ring. You're in Texas. Houston's the one with the Kenny Smith statue. Just kidding.
Ernie, that was you.
That was.
Yeah, I know it was me.
Who produced that, Chuck? That was the worst thing we've ever done on the show.
Stop cheating, Shaq.
Not cheating.
What's looking? What do you call someone with no body and no nose?
No body and no nose.
Yeah.
No thing.
You don't call him no body and no.
No body and no nose.
No thing.
You don't call him anything.
Nobody knows.
That was good. What do you mean? No body and no nose. Nobody knows. I like that. I might have to keep that one.
That was. I want to start a big thing because I remember it, but I know he had a couple of things to say about PETA at one point because the league was thinking about going to all leather, going away from a leather basketball, and Charles came out at halftime and we're live, and he slowly unwraps a hamburger, and I'm like, Chuck, I can't help but see. He says, I just want those people at PETA to know that animals are good for two things, eating and testing.
Back to you, Ernie.
No, and I was like, Kenny? Kenny, help? You know? Your words, like one-word descriptions. I would say competitor. Who's on your short list of best competitors you've faced?
Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson are the two that come to mind immediately because they were relentless. And Michael, his relentlessness was amazing. And Scotty's as well, both ends before. And then, you know, my generation, AI was much the same. I mean, from opening to the end, I mean, this guy was just going and going and going. And he'd always put you in jeopardy. So those two guys are the most competitive.
I would think Shaq, whether he's falling or being pushed into Christmas trees, or the night that he actually got his foot wrapped around the cable and pulled the monitor out of the set, that goes up there. But here's the deal, and I'll bring it back to, I'll be real. The show I'll never forget is the one we did in LA after Kobe died. Because they canceled the game, but we went out there and did the show mid-court, nobody in the arena, and just talked about him. And for like Shaq, it was the first time he had a chance to talk about Kobe. You know, we bring Jerry West on and he's bawling. You know, it was the most powerful show I've ever been a part of, and it was just so real and so raw, and it just, I think it was just a demonstration of the fact that, yeah, we can have some really ridiculous times on our show, and we can make you laugh, and you can go to work the next day and talk about, you see what those clowns did, but also they'll say, man, did you see that tribute to Kobe last night? And that was, you know, that's the thing. If I had to look at it right now, say the thing I will never forget about that show is that night.
Guys, can I say something, Ernie?
I think you already are.
Okay, this is big. This is big. I want to be the first. I'm the only person up here knows this. I want to be the first person. It's an honor and a privilege to congratulate Ernie Johnson going into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Didn't you? Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Congratulations, my brother. And we love you. You definitely deserve it. You guys are amongst greatness right here with this man here. We understand that every night that we're there.
Love you, brother.
Hey,
I'm
man.
solely by sponsorship since
1989.
Love you, brother.
Hey, it couldn't happen to a better guy. The one thing I'm asked a lot, first of all, I'm asked, where's Kenny, where's Shaq, where's Ernie? Way too much. But the second question is Ernie Johnson as good as guys he's seen? He's the best. Congratulations, DJ.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, fellas. Hey, who's working tonight?
We have no idea. We have no idea.
There is a TNT doubleheader tonight, and I have no idea who's in the studio.